Everybody, to ACG, where we're just a couple gamers. It's your boy Smooth, and we are back with another episode of Grand Gangster War. Guys, this is gonna be this one is gonna hurt me. This is gonna hurt me a lot just talking about what actually happened, simply because you guys know how much Server One means to me. You guys know because I've been giving you guys the real since the beginning, right? Ever since I started making GGW content, uh, I've always given you guys the truth, even when I thought that it might jeopardize the integrity of the game. Because I do believe that you guys, that's right, the players, the community, supporting me as long as you have, is as much as you have, deserve the truth. And so I'm not going to give you guys. Oh shit! Sorry. I'm not going to give you guys any BS, right? I'm not going to beat around the bush about anything. I'm going to be straight up real with you guys. I was betrayed in Server 1 by some of our own people. And I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what happened, why it happened, and I'm going to let you guys be the determining factor on whether or not I actually deserved what happened. And the reason being is because if I don't give you the truth, if I don't give you the real, it's going to be up to your own interpretation as to what went down. So, as much as I would like to leave some of the details out, I'm going to give you guys all the details. All right. Um, so, just first of all, I want to look you guys in the face when I tell you guys this because I do believe that the people that did this, they're just not good people. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. They're not. Um, So the first thing that happened was I had surgery. Um, and I was very open and honest about the whole surgery thing. I told everybody before I even went in to have my surgery that I was gonna have my surgery, and everybody was very supportive in the family. Uh, Everybody stepped up to help. Everybody, and when I mean everybody, I mean my management and those that are in my Discord and those that are doing the live streams with me, stuff like that. That my close people, shout out to Phoenix, by the way. Shout out to Water Friends, by the way. Shout out to Hollow and my whole cast, right? The Weepy and Shade and just everybody, bro. Like everybody who was so supportive and stepped up while I was away. I just want to say I appreciate you guys, and it helped a lot through my healing process. So the surgery that I had was a serious surgery because it was a 6 week healing process. The first 2 weeks were literally torture. I bawled my eyes out, dude. Like on a daily basis, I was in so much pain. Um, it was to the point where this was weighing heavily on my fiance because she was losing sleep because she was so worried about me. And I couldn't be on game for a week and a half, 2 weeks straight. Like I couldn't do it. And when I was on game, I was so doped up on medications that I couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like as a leader of an alliance, I had to depend on my management team, and they did amazing. So I would say about a week and a half in, that's when things started to change. So there's a guy named Exodus, a guy named Kamikaze, um, and a guy named Ben. And you can see Kamikaze Turk right there in chat. This is Kamikaze. Watch out for this guy. This dude is 100% a snake, and he will snake you. Hold on a second. Let's see. Yeah, this is him, Kamikaze, right here, right? And I'm gonna show you guys the other guy here, and I want you guys to know this because if they will do it to me, they will do it to you. All right, so let's go to the leaderboard. We'll go to global rankings. We will go to alliance power. We will go to DBD. Shout out to H4V4, by the way. This is in no way implying he's a bad person. I love H4V4. Dude is absolutely amazing. He's always been real. Shout out to everybody over in DBD except for this guy. All right, so this guy is the leader of the snakes. So y'all over there in DBD, watch out for this guy. All right, this guy Exodus. I'm trying to tell you guys, the biggest snake. So let me take you back, okay? There was a time where our server migration wasn't around. None of these things were around. It was just server one versus one. Well, I think the only time we had any competition was during the jungle, right? Like the rumble on the island or whatever. That's the only time we were facing off against anybody. So there was no server migration. There was none of that, right? No invasion. Uh, and we were dominating the server, and they were our competition, right? Exodus was over there, Kamikaze was over there, Ben's over there. I think I can't remember what their family name was. They kept changing their family name. They never had any good leadership over there. Um, but long story short, it got to the point where Exodus, Kamikaze, all of them over there and their family in server one are our rivals. They didn't have leadership. They couldn't compete against us. So we kept telling them like, look, we're not gonna keep playing footsie with you guys. Like this is a war game. So it got to the point where we turned it into a war situation against them, and instead of just playing the game, you had guys like Exodus and Kamikaze and Ben using homophobic slurs and saying all types of stuff that they shouldn't have been saying in a game at all, period. And it got to the point where I said, okay, all three of you guys are exiled. I'm going to keep you under a bubble. If anybody takes you in, it's on with them too. We're not going to allow you guys to just act like jackasses and get away with it. So they were exiled. And it took the words of the people that I trusted the most, people like Hollow, right? People like him were telling me, like, dude, man, just give him another chance. He might be a really good guy, man. Just give him another chance. So I do. So I do, against my better judgment. And I knew he was a snake. I knew these guys were going to try and stab me in the back eventually. I knew it. Deep down inside, I knew it. But I listened to these people. I listened to the people that I trusted, like Hollow, and I gave them another chance. Now, mind you, I let these guys in. Everything's good. A month or so goes by. Everything's good. I'm still a little wary of these guys. That's when I had my surgery. So me being me, wanting to be a good leader, I go to Exodus because I realize that when Exodus comes into the family, he starts taking on responsibility. He's helping out a lot. I'm not taking away from him helping out, but that means nothing at all if you're a snake. So I go to him because he's informative. He knows what's going on. And I say, hey, I realize I've been away for a week and a half. I realize that I've missed out on a lot, but I'm healed up to the point where the worst of it is over. I've came off my medications now. I can spend time in game. Can you please update me on everything that's going on? He says, yeah, man, sure, no problem. He tells me everything, gives me a long list. Everything's good. I'm like, damn, okay, maybe this guy is not who I thought he was, right? Give me a second, guys. So then he messages me literally 24 hours after I have this conversation with him. And he says, hey, man, you think you could give up leadership to somebody else? I was like, wait, hold on a second. Didn't we just have like an hour-long conversation yesterday where I'm like, yo, I'm coming back. Thank you so much. Can you inform me? Give me all the stuff I need to know so I can get back into the swing of things. And at this point, I'm straight up telling him, like, bro, you are acting very snaky. Like, what is going on? Why are you acting like we didn't just talk yesterday? Like, he was acting like he had to approach me to get me to do my job when I reached out to him personally, thanking him, saying, hey, man, I'm ready to get back into things, dude. Give me all the information I need. And everything was cool. And he didn't say anything of the sort. And then literally within less than 24 hours later, like 12 hours later, he's messaging me this stuff. So then he's like, oh, well, that's just the kind of guy I am. I like to make sure everything's in good hands. But bro, I've been playing these games for too long, bro. Like you can't nobody, and I mean nobody, unless you've been playing these games longer than me, and there's very few people that have been that I've met. You're not getting one over on me, bro. I can smell a snake before I see it, bro. Like literally. Um, so I had already reached out to Phoenix, who has been taking care of stuff while I've been away. One of the guys have been mainly taking care of things since I've been away, and I messaged him on Discord because I'm ready. This was before I even got messaged by Exodus the next day, and because I wanted to talk to Phoenix, like see what's going on with these guys. and he didn't message me back. So at this point, I had to make an executive decision, and I knew that Kamikaze had been, what's the word I'm looking for, being very snaky with Exodus, and Ben came over with them too. So I had to get rid of all of them. Exodus, Ben, Kamikaze, and do you know what the funny thing is? You know what the funny part was? And I can show you guys the messages. Exodus messages me right away. Look, man, I don't blame you for kicking me. Like, he knew he was being a snake. He knew he was betraying me. And he literally messaged me right after I kicked him and said, dude, look, I don't blame you for kicking me. Bruh. So he knows he's a snake. He knows he was being snaky, and he literally messages me right away and says, dude, I don't blame you for kicking me. Watch out, guys. Watch out. It's gotten to the point where these snakes, these slime balls, they don't care that you have had a major surgery and you need time to heal. They don't care about you or your well being. So look out for yourself. Watch out for the snakes. This is Grim giving you the real. Until next time, everybody. Peace.